Grenadiers. And, oh, we do have a sniper as well. I was going to point out the army items here on the Grenadiers, who have the 6% armor and 20% reduced reinforcement cost. So sniper taking a single shot up here, what looks like up at the heavy machine gun team, which is going to have to back out of the way a little bit. And meanwhile, these accomplished Volksgrenadiers just kind of huddling together there, looking to see what's going on. Looks like we've kind of got the flamethrowers going both ways now. Inspired Zeal active on this single Pioneer with the flamethrower. These two guys are just toasting each other alive. Looks like the Pioneer gets the kill and then goes down to the other flamethrower engineers. But he has been backed up by Grenadiers right now, who just kind of move in, scare him away, inflicting a single casualty as well. So the Grenadiers finally getting a little bit of control over this area here. The sniper is still moving around. It looks like he just picked off a single close combat Volks over there. And it looks like ProPipe went ahead and got mortars. I know he's not high enough level yet to have his airdrop supply drops, so he likely just built that straight up. And I think Nystrom is saying oops because he accidentally moved his accomplished Volksgrenadiers across to the other side of that hedgerow and took a casualty, had to retreat. So this mortar team right now looked like it was kind of dropping mortars around where that machine gun team used to be, but luckily for Nystrom, he was able to move that machine gun out of the way. Meanwhile, a little bit of skirmishing going on over here between the Grenadiers and a single squad of riflemen. Both of them inflicting casualties, but it looks like the riflemen really have this under control. But no, a hand grenade goes off and does 2 more casualties to them. So kind of nobody won there, except for the fact that Nystrom had an extra squad. And Nystrom now, for the first time in this game, looks like he's going to be able to take control over this victory point and maybe start evening up the score here. So taking a look around the battlefield here, mostly just repositioning for everybody. Nystrom's army right now consists of, it looks like he's got the 2 heroic Volksgrenadier squads. He's got a single heroic engineer mortar team right about there. There we go. We've got this accomplished mortar team for him. Another Volksgrenadier squad, 2 machine guns, and a 3rd very wounded. I'm sorry, those 2 are both Grenadier squads. So right now, capping the left-hand side of this map, and it looks like the pressure is now on ProPipe to decide what to do about this. Is he going to commit more troops to the left-hand side of the field, potentially risking his control over the right, or is he just going to try and get it with a small number of squads? We'll have to see what's going to go on here. So accomplished Volksgrenadiers now moving on in, taking this point out, but it looks like he's going to find way more troops than he expected and kind of backing on out. You can see this mortar is right now. Oh, mortar! Mortar takes out the German accomplished mortar. Man, you never see that. On the receiving end, it always feels like the German mortars are just a lot more damaging and accurate, but it looks like these Allied mortars just fired in the right spot at the right time and was able to take those guys out really quickly. Close combat Volks now threatening to come in, but no. Looks like they took a casualty and moving out of the way. This sniper continuing to pay for himself here. 4 kills on ProPipe's sniper. And now we have it. Yes, we have Colonel Hans, the Terra officer, on the field for Nystrom. Terra officers are these wonderful, wonderful hero. It's not a hero unit, but it's a commander ability that you can use. Kind of like a really fancy sniper, close range sniper, but at the same time you can call in little firestorm rocket barrages. We see a 2nd sniper on the field now for ProPipe. These Grenadiers right now skirmishing off the Gladiator Riflemen, having to retreat once again. Nystrom in a very defensive position here. You can see he can't really afford too many of these encounters and is just constantly being forced to run away until he gets something of an advantage here. So hopefully deploying this Terror Officer will help out a little bit. Terror Officer just kind of sneaking his way around the field, trying not to reveal his position. You can see right now we've got these accomplished Volksgrenadiers just kind of skirmishing around here with the riflemen, trying to keep tabs on all of this. It looks like Inspired Zeal is active. We do have sniper shots firing across. Just taking a look around here to see what's gonna. These guys are just kind of fighting away. It looks like we do have the riflemen in the squad here, but oh god, check it out! The Terror Officer has seen the sniper. Will he do it? Will he execute? Yes, he pulls out his pistol, executes the sniper, and now he's on his way out of the battlefield. So while ProPipe, meanwhile, is just stalling here and doing a great job at it too. Having these troops up here in this building is providing sight for his mortar team. And no, his mortar team just got wrecked before retreating. It looks like the Terror Officer called down a little mini firestorm rocket barrage and took out that entire mortar team. So it looks like this Vet 1 rifle squad is now just kind of held out in this house with nothing left to do. He is doing a great. Oh, and check out the strafing run. Really brutal looking strafing run right there. And so obviously I'm going to take a look right at ProPipe right now just to check out his hero ability. You can see he is high enough level now to use all of his abilities now, and so ProPipe is fully active. Strafing Run being a really brutal ability at high levels. It's especially hard for commentators to follow because it just happens instantly with no smoke warning or anything like that. So you can see it looks like he's trying to take this mortar team and get out of there. He picked up that mortar that was unmanned. Will he get out of there? Taking a single casualty. Gonna have to retreat. Oh, and both men go down. So on his way out, trying to get a free mortar, but it looks like he's not going to be able to use that for now. So Meanwhile, it looks like these Grenadiers are retreating. Just kind of a null gain there for anybody. And by the way, in case anybody worried about spoiler alerts, I asked both players to submit me copies of replays regardless of the outcome, and then I selected one copy at random. So don't worry if you see players chatting with each other or any sort of lag messages or anything like that. It is not necessarily indicative of a spoiler alert. So moving right along, we can see here that it looks like Nystrom is now trying to cap in some of these positions. We have another strafing run, and oh my god, what a lucky strafing run. Takes out every single member of that squad. Most of the time when you see a strafing run hit a squad like that, it just kind of kills one or two guys, pins and wounds the rest. But no, the entire squad goes down. You can see this little medic is just kind of charging across, looking to take care of these guys. Of course, if he fills up this medic bunker, he'll get a free Grenadier squad out of it. But lots of scouting going on, and man, really, really good looking strafes there. So it looks like a single sniper on the left-hand side, just kind of picking around, looking to see what's out there. Will he bump into this machine gun team way over there? Maybe. I'm curious to see about that too. But we'll get back in there in a little bit here. So we do have, by the way, the airborne are now on the field and upgrading their recoilless rifles. So sniper out here right now. Oh, looks like he's lining up the shot, taking a shot at that heavy machine gun team. The Grenadiers, well aware of that sniper, are going to try and move on in and see if they can't take him out. And now the two of them are kind of playing a little bit of footsie. Oh, now we have just a little bit of a kind of a micro battle here because each team has got, it looks like each player has got their own squad of infantry and their own special unit, but they kind of want to keep each away from each other. So we'll see if the sniper can put pressure on the machine gun team while the machine gun team wants to put pressure on the rifleman, etc., etc. So, but it looks like everybody's just playing cautiously for the time being. It looks like ProPipe went with the option of sending troops on over to the left-hand side of the field and just kind of capping that. So you can see he's just lightly defended over here on the right with these airborne. Airborne are going to have to back off now in the face of, it looks like, 3 squads of Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers. And meanwhile, on the left, just a massive amount of riflemen backed by a sniper. Oh, yes, we can see the little terror officer moving around here. 4 kills for this gentleman. And now I'm forced to try and keep track of everything here on the left and the right at the same time. Looks like terror officer hanging out. Grenadiers just kind of fighting back and forth here with these riflemen. Meanwhile, Nystrom is taking control over this fuel point over here on the right. Over here on the left, the riflemen managed to scare off the Grenadiers. Grenadiers retreating. Gonna kind of lick their wounds. And it looks like the terror officer is just kind of prowling around looking for snipers. Terror officer, really good anti-sniper unit if you know how to use it. The biggest problem, of course, oh, we have a grenade being thrown over the hedgerow. Will he notice in time? No! Goes off, but it looks like he only takes a single casualty, wounds a bunch of other men. Got kind of lucky with that throw. I mean, with the reception of that throw, I mean. He should have taken some more casualties, what with being grouped up like that. The Gladiators right now are really capping some forward positions here. Oh, and it looks like we do have the terror officer kind of revealing himself as he calls down, yes, a little Firestorm rocket barrage, but ProPipe is used to this and is getting on out of there. So terror officers just require so much micro to use. You got to really pay attention to them, can't let them die. Very, very similar to a sniper. Gladiator riflemen now. Definitely just kind of fighting these Grenadiers. Grenadiers, by the way, are Vet 1. Pretty awesome. And meanwhile, just a lot of skirmishing going on right here. So, as I said, Veteran C1 has just been researched for his infantry, so you can tell that Nystrom is going heavy infantry with his terror build right now. Flamethrower is moving in. Oh, it looks like chucking a single grenade. Everybody retreating out of the way. And really a dominating push right now for Nystrom. Now, this is what ProPipe had to be worried about when he shifted all of his troops over to the left-hand side of the field, was that Nystrom would read into that and charge on through. And it looks like that's exactly what happened. Oh! Look at that strafing run. My God, that is so good. Man, it killed people everywhere. That is such a brutal strafing run. Look at these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes on the field right now, dead. You can see both medics coming on over here trying to cash in on that. So definitely crazy strafing run usage there. Oh, man. So Gladiators on the left here, finally recapping some of these weird positions that he lost control of. But now we can see it looks like ProPipe kind of learning his lesson, leaving just a single squad over on the left-hand side of the map. Sniper moving on up. Gonna start taking pot shots at some of these Volksgrenadiers in this building. Volksgrenadiers, Vet 2 now, by the way, so researching Vet 2 for Nystrom. And now a huge flood of infantry coming in. Nystrom reads into that correctly and just gets out of the way. Looks like minding up his retreat appropriately and running on out of here with what I believe are the accomplished Volksgrenadiers. You can see a random recoilless rifle shot just kind of flying across there. Not really hitting anything, but all good. And it looks like, unfortunately, his mine was just a little bit off-center there. Otherwise, it could have done some damage to these airborne. Airborne now threatening to cap this fuel point. And meanwhile, it looks like he just kind of deftly split up all of his troops and is now just kind of recapping all of his positions here. Looks like the terror officer is there right now. Is he calling in? Oh, running across, hitting the landmine. Look at that, now getting pinned by all these guys. Oh, and the Terror Officer calling in a flame strike right across the ridge there. I call everything flame strikes, man. I'm an old Warcraft 3 player. But you know, I mean Firestorm, Rocket Barrage, little mini one. So I still hear snipers firing here, but the combination of that pincer assault up there and that flame strike really did some damage here to ProPipe. Meanwhile, a sniper backing up these Vet 1 riflemen, doing a lot of damage here to these Grenadiers on the right. You can see a little bit of flame going back and forth here, and I think that Terror Officer just capped somebody with his pistol again while I was just kind of like idly looking at him there. Yeah, he took out an engineer. Oh, taking out the medics too. Always a good idea to shoot your medics. Remember, folks, public service announcement, shoot your medics. So, Nystrom's Terror Officer now moving in for the kill. He knows that there's a sniper around here somewhere. You know he's going to look out for that. Sniper being very coy, trying its best to kind of keep his distance. You can see that Nystrom, well aware of this. Oh, takes a second casualty now, but he does have Inspired Zeal active, and he forces that troop out of the way there. Meanwhile, just a couple of Grenadiers left. Oh, he almost capped that point, but no, he's retreating away from that point, trying to get back into this building, but taking 2 casualties along the way. We have Vet 2 Rifleman versus Vet 2, and oh man, check out Colonel Hans here, the Terror Officer, doing his thing and having to retreat. I think he capped another gentleman there and then left, but just kind of really no one winning here at this point. The score is now tied 1 victory point to 1 victory point. We do have an anti-tank on the field right now for Nystrom. Nystrom being really, brutal strafing run once again, just taking out